Right, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Time for the weekly event at Spa this week. 75 minutes of racing. But also kind of useful to do this because the weekend special event is at the same circuit. And potentially the same convoy. Alright. Get out there and check everything is smooth. We've fucking split 2 today of 2, but it's actually hypercar and GTE only, which I guess is very true to the 2024 season, so that's pretty cool. Maybe that's having an influence, who knows. But yeah, as far as I can tell, no LMPs. GT3s will replace them as soon as 2024 arrives. But as far as I know, they're trying to get 2024 out this year as like a high priority. That's the last thing I read anyway. Whereas 2023 was GTE cars, I believe. Alright, quick check that everything is smooth. Only got 5 minutes to warm up. I did do this event offline this week in what was like a half-size grid for whatever reason. Split 2 was empty. It gave me a good look at like how the tires go, what pit strap seems to work. I slightly short fueled myself, but I did manage to bag a second in that race, so that was good. A bit of a rush start for me today because I was finishing up some work before I started. And there isn't another one of these till tonight, so I kind of wanted to jump in there. Yeah, I need to be really careful when I refuel, because for some reason I had to finish the race with a lap less fuel and make sure I got lapped, which killed my fight for the lead. I was only 3 seconds off the leader at the time. Yeah, it should be interesting. I guess it just depends what was the timeline when they were first producing this game. Yeah. On the other shot, they've got a player base that might come back for it. Because I think the 2024 season started to catch a lot of people's attention. I think this would have been a really good year to go watch WEC. Hey, by the way. Oh, I was flirting with 16s, which isn't the fastest overall, but in this lobby, who knows? I've seen people hit 15s, which I'm not managing yet. But once we go racing, it's more about not wearing the tires down in the first 10 laps. It gets really tricky to drive after a while. There's a good chance today I'll spin, but let's try not to do that. I also assume, and I don't know, they probably had more GTE base data. Excuse me. To build a platform off, but I don't know that. But you know, if you're going to replicate a season, you've got to follow the real life specs, I guess. Unless I'm completely wrong, was 2023 actually when the GT3s arrived? I thought it was this year. But... Alright, Subsea, how you going, dude? Nice to see you. Please let me know if there's any issues with the stream, by the way. I've got like 2.5 minutes to get my stuff together. I should be good. Yeah, so I guess this is true. They probably started making this as that news came through and were like, guess we'll deal with that then. I am excited for that development though, and I think you're seeing, like, there's no LMPs in this, which I don't mind at all. I actually think that's going to make this kind of balanced. It's hypercars, GTE's job done. I noticed it was less popular in my last test run of this as well. Main aim today is just to practice this because I think it's a 2-hour event at the weekend, and it's kind of like a race combined with a test session, really. I recovered some driver rating from the one I did offline. I recorded it in case I wanted to show you guys it, but it wasn't madly eventful as a race. I just, got my head down, managed to get back up to second by the end of the race. It was decent, but not that wild. Ooh, PC is running or still final touches? Have you had any testing time yet? I tell you, I'm so thrilled the day I sort out a PC. It'll probably be towards the end of this year. Maybe after summer I'll start to look. I'm hoping the new wave of graphics updates will give me a chance of getting a good deal on a good PC. I'm gonna need it for streaming, but also for I do editing, I do animation, like it all lives off a PC. Still got some stuff to do. Oh, Duzin, sorry about that, mate. Yeah, camera's going off. Nice to see you, dude. I got a brief tour of your latest progress in the freestyle server. Got a couple of hours just to run around and get familiar. I hope you're still enjoying that, dude. I actually think the guy at the head of the lobby was in my last race as well, which I didn't do on stream. I'm trying to remember if that's the guy who won, or whether they vanished mid-race. I can't quite remember. That might have been the person who beat me, actually. So if I get my pace together, I haven't had any warm-up time today, so it's going to be a bit touch and go for me. We could be on for a race-long fight with that car. Okay. Soft tires. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so full GTE field nearly, and a part hypercar field. I don't know why. The splits have been a little bit quiet for these so far. But this is pretty good. A few more hypercars would probably make it interesting, unless they're not on the list. It looks pretty small, but this should make for like an interesting race, no less. Right, are we set? Try this quali mode fuel. I forget we can do that these days. See if that gives me a little bit of extra kick. Yeah, you too, Thusen. I have no like plans to be in or not at any particular times, but I probably will try and time it when I can actually, cross over with you guys a bit. I'm not going to be in there as too much of a serious contribution though, so don't try and apply me to anything too important. At least not at first. Yeah, ACC is a good test. I think this on very high settings is also a good test because it starts to hit your CPU hard with AI amounts and stuff. If you can run lots of AI on good graphics on this, you're probably in a good place. But online anyway. Right. So without the benefit of a half-hour warm-up, we're just going to get involved. I'm just going to go check I've turned off my coffee machine after this. I really don't want it to be going for 2 hours. Got the coffee ready for this one. Yeah, when you see me having issues, I'm pretty sure it's because my CPU gets overrun for one, but think it throttles at temperature easily. I don't think my cooling's very good, so... Or it's lost its, you know, edge. I probably need to blast that PC clear of everything. Like really get in there and clear it out. I managed to run an entire race of this without a freeze, so I'm really hoping stream-wise we're going to be chill. Hey, over on YouTube, by the way. My bot hasn't woken up for some reason, so I'm not seeing YouTube. I hope it does. Good to see you, Barry, though. Early stream? Yes, indeed. The next one of these is quite late in the day. I didn't really want to wait all day just to have a go, so... Thanks for joining us, guys. We've got 11 minutes to qualify, just over. And 75 minutes to go race. With a bit of luck, I can rebuild my account again with a good result, because these pay handsomely for that. You never know. You're not going to live or die off that. Be happy enough if I can just sit in the 17s at first. And then I can probably push. Also, I hope the YouTube feed looks okay and is smooth. I've changed the recommended setting for streaming according to YouTube, which should make it a bit more like live from my responses to your chats. But if it makes playback rubbish, then I'll change it back, just to let you know. Hopefully it's alright today. This is like a half lap. I can get the time down, but it doesn't feel like a push lap. Locking up that front and getting loads of heat in the race is the biggest challenge, because tyres do wear down and get hot. Conditions, I can't really stop that. Strategy-wise, we can pit and try and save our tyres and avoid the cost of tyre swap. Or we basically switch to softs for a sprint at the end on lower fuel, which is probably what I'm going to do. Because I'm not particularly quick whilst keeping tyres in good condition. Alright. Yeah, 17 to start, nice. My iRacing brain makes me think I can run a bit wide there. Not happening here. A newer Spa render, no chance. Okay, probably shipped a bit earlier than that. Couple of tenths up. Three tenths up. Oh, nearly got the slide going there, but that's brought us half a second up. I'm so bad for locking up there in the race. That's going to be painful. Okay, we are nearly a second up with the purple middle. I'm good in the middle with this setup, but tend to lose time else. Like this part of the track, I tend to lose time. don't know if opponents are running like faster setups in a straight line, maybe. This is going to be close. This is really close. Look at this delta in the top left in a second. Okay, well, shame I took my eye off the ball there, but now is probably the best time to reset. If I leave it too long, it's not worth resetting. Right. We're literally neck and neck. I called it with that guy. I knew we were going to be close. Thanks, Wizik. Yeah, enjoy your practice, man. Have you got that this weekend, I assume? The real life version of this is tomorrow, by the way. Spa 2024 season, so I'm going to be watching that. I don't know when I'm going to do the special event because I want to watch the real life event. Maybe I have to save it for Sunday. 0.017 off pole. I think we can actually get pole, but I also think two cars either side of me could go quicker. That's insanely close, though. If that's race pace, this is going to be really, really close all round. When I leave the pits in the race, I have to be so careful there. Easiest time to crash, and I've nearly done it twice this week in both iRacing and in Lift. Next weekend, okay. So you've got a bit of build-up time. I wasn't sure how last minute you were going to be. Well, we got a 16-0. The odds of pole have just changed. I'm actually away on the weekend of the real N24. Because my friend has a stag do over near Birmingham. But I think the main event is the Saturday for that. And then I booked an eye extra, so I have to go home feeling like rough on the Sunday. So I'm going to be like catching up on the Sunday, either watching the end live or like replaying the start or whatever. So I should be able to watch it, just not all of it live. I'm looking forward to that. It's probably one of my favorite on the race calendar to watch. We need a quarter of a second. I don't quite know where I have that yet, but I'm a 10th down, so this isn't probably the one. But trying to learn something. Okay, a little bit of time there, maybe. Still a 10th down, so it's... Ride braking later there didn't really do anything. Right, I can get a 10th back there, but that's the hardest corner to get right. Two tenths. We're flirting with pole, but there's a long way to go. But butchered that though. 3/10 up then. Purple middle. We're 3.5/10 up, guys. There's too much pressure on this chicane. Too much pressure on one chicane. Nah, I lost it all. Brake too early. Oh man, this is insanely close. Look at this. Just. We can go quicker, guys. I could see my first 15. Like, ever. I don't think I've ever touched the 15. If I can keep my head together, this could be a lap. Not brilliant, but not bad. I'm about level again, so I lost 2/10, but if I get a good chicane, I can still do this. Hey, Wimmy. Blame you for that slide. 100% your fault, not mine. Kind of ruined my best lap ever, huh? You get it? Oh, I don't know if I've got time to do one more. Ah, he's gone 4/10 quicker. I had to nail it this lap. Yeah, he was hitting on me. I'm just going to dob him in right now. Damn, if I was 0 here, and 2/10 down, if I was at 0, we could get it all back at the chicane. Oh, I tried. It's going to be P2 or 3, but look how close. Ah, that was my first 15 in the bag there. I just lost my nerve in the middle sector, which is where I'm fastest. Right. Now, there's a little part of me that wants to start on softs, sprint, and then do the medium stint towards the end, but if I get held up whilst trying that, it won't pay off. Like, it just won't pay off. So I think I'm going to start on the mediums. Start with full fuel. Guys, that is literally the closest I've been to a fastest lap. No, you can do what you want. I just can't make mediums last all race, so I'm going to box for softs. If my tires look amazing at my pit stop, I might change that, but the softs are so much quicker. I could split it on 2 soft stints, but I don't know if they'd survive on the fuel weight. Curious to see how this goes. I wonder if a split stint on softs works. I'm really not sure. Interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please start your engine.
Yeah, we're good. Checking my coffee machine was actually off. Well, yes. But I would do a short stint on them because it would just be swapping the stints around. Like low fuel with softs to start. Maybe if I was on pole, I would try that, because then I could sprint away from the fields and try and make the most of it. I'd rather save it to the end because that's what everybody else is going to do. It'd be a fun strat to play with. If I can run really light on my tires, I don't have to change them, but worn mediums are not a happy drive, to be honest. In fact, I'm going to try something. I'm going to take the edge off the fuel just to try and give me a bit more life, and then I'll have to box a bit earlier for softs and then hang on. Might cost me, it might not. I have to fuel a bit longer. Actually, no. I want to carry that extra lap of fuel. It's going to be a tough first few laps, though, because the car feels so different. See me missing corners and apexes, you probably get why. All right, here we go then. On the mediums. Please don't roll back. Oh my god, why is it always the car in front of me that can't do this? But this messes up the start if people do this. It's probably messed up our grid now. I think for this length of race, we need a slightly longer roll. Oh, I've just got time. Right, we're back to where we should be. Such a mess when the higher class doesn't start properly. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. 3 hypercars off the road. Sure. Right. GTEs are kind of as they should be. Cold tires time. Nothing there. Absolutely nothing in the car. The weight just kills you there. I assume this Ferrari is going to be consistently quicker in race pace, but I'd like to try and stay with him without destroying my tires. Oh, that's rough there. Nothing you can do to stop me. Now, if this Porsche hunts me down in a straight line, I know he's running light on the wing. It looks like he might be a little... Oh, it's so sketchy through there. Got to brake a little earlier as well. I like the Chevy to keep bothering Porsche behind. I'd like P4 and P3 to distract each other. Give me a second. Get to grips with the car. Probably get pinged for that. I don't think many people in this lower split survive. We've lost a lot of cars here. Much better though. I was less consistent than this first time I tried this race. Right. We're away. I would love a full grid. I guess the advantage of getting back into top splits, as much as I'll suffer, is to get full grids again. I does not want to stop right now, I can tell you that. That's put me in trouble. No point in costing ourselves hours of time, but I do want this position, so it's kind of worth giving myself a shot at keeping it. I don't really want to be fought by the P4 guy. I do think this Porsche's quicker in a straight line. Means I have to use this sector, build a gap to protect myself. Gonna catch me back up in the others. Right, we just broken him there. Okay, good. That's good. Careful with these slides though. Leader's gone. Like, I've not tested the Ferrari here since I've been practicing this combo, but he's using it well. Already got a hypercar in the pits. Look how much he gains on me in that one braking zone. That's where I've got to improve, I guess. Spend the whole lap building a gap and then give it all away. Right, we might have to keep an eye on this at the end of the straight. That was good though. Catches me every time down here. You guys going to be watching the real WEC tomorrow? No idea how many hypercars have survived. Doesn't look like many, which is going to take a little bit of the edge off the race, because the whole point of this race is for, you know, multi-class to make it spicy. We got a good fight in our class, so that's kind of the main thing. Or I could just do that and give the whole race up. Nice job. Still no damage. I'd actually saved that, but I tapped the brakes in an attempt to try and reduce some speed. That's fair, Dusin. I think of all people in my chat right now, I'd be most surprised if you were like, yep, I'm 100% watching that tomorrow. There go my medium tires. Ooh, golf. Nice. I've been sitting out in my local, it's like a city park nearby. Ooh, okay, there's nothing in the car right now. Nothing in the car right now. Let's try. Yeah, I gotta cool the tires down. Down. A bit of a throw. Now I've got to play comeback time. I'm not just going to catch P2 though. I raced him for an hour trying to catch him. It's going to take something else for me to get back into that. I think I might be able to get onto the Chevy though. But yeah, I've been sitting out in the local park a lot more this week. So nice. So for context, my wheel is now vibrating like a freaking washing machine because I've squared off my tires. One thing I can do at this point is start saving fuel and whatever, but it'd be better to just keep the pace up and stay in touch with the race because there's no pressure behind. I only do self-yeets like that when I'm on stream, I tell you. Best thing I can do now is keep these tires relatively alive. Spin. Let me check the fuel. So to my maths, it was just shy of 140 litres total. That looks like it's going to be the same. A lot of tyre smoke ahead. This guy's turning his tyres into squares. However, I am wearing the tyres down at like a similar rate so far. Last time I was killing the front right, like absolutely destroying it, so you can probably learn something from that. If I really want a way back in this race, I could go for the no tyre change strat, but you're going to see me suffering pretty hard at the end if I do that. It's not my driving. Especially if everyone else goes to softs. I haven't got crew chief on, so I'm going to get no data as to what other drivers are doing. This is a bit of a stupid error from me. difference on this much fuel is just making sure you get enough slowing down done. So that as soon as you don't get the car turning, you're going to scrub the tires the other way around. I learned the hard way. Once you've got the car turning, it's actually pretty good. You're more likely to slide, which is kind of manageable. Yeah, this guy's kind of either pushing or just struggling to balance the car right now. We should be able to fight this one. I've absolutely lost touch with E2 here. Giving him a free pass. I'll try and switch that track map over soon so we can see where the traffic is and everything else. Far less lockups than I've been having recently though. I think I'm getting the muscle memory back. There we go. You can see the leads #1 hypercar is catching the field. There isn't much to deal with. I'm sad to say I can't bring full splits at the moment. There's just not enough entries. I wonder if tonight's one will probably be busier. Am I actually? I didn't actually realise if I was or not. I know outright pace I can match, and sometimes I know mid-sector I can catch him. Just don't know if outright I've got enough, but yeah, let's see. It's kind of the fun of these races though. Oh, this guy is struggling. My hope is he's not so struggling that he's going to kill us both. I think he's saying, don't worry about it, move on. Probably saw me spun a bit earlier. I think he's chilling out and just saying, go for it, but we'll find out. I'm not going to risk it. If so, that was actually super smart and very kind. Because I could lose a whole race trying to battle one car. I made sure to stay defensive just in case he, you know, I misread that whole situation. Like, golden rule is you're always going to lose time to the fight that you're in relative to the field, right? So every fight is a trade-off between, do I want that position or do I want to... So for example, the guy ahead, if I was to catch him like that, I would consider following him for a while, rather than just with an hour to go thinking about an instant overtake. Whereas that one was pretty cut and dry because I knew that car was suffering. It might even be on softs, which are starting to die, I don't know. But yeah, I think just... We've got Crew Chief Duzin replacing my audio crew chief, so we're good. I think the best scenario for me now is that Porsche to catch the Ferrari. And then the pair of them be embroiled in their own little battle. They work together. That's really going to make it difficult for us, but... No more silly mistakes, and I should minimum be on the podium. Here comes traffic. Actually didn't realise he was that close, but the blue flag. Pretty useful there. That's perfect for me. No time lost. I was losing my mind in the midweek when I did testing this because I would get traffic at all these awkward corners, and the car ahead of me would get passed on the straight every single time a car came. And it meant I lost half a second, half a second, half a second. And then sometimes it gives the other way and you'll see the car ahead lose 2 seconds because of a bad piece of traffic. There's just no traffic in this race though. The hypercar field has dissolved. I think they've all gone to the pub. There's literally 3 cars circulating, so I can't really use that to get me back in the race. It's gonna have minimal. You never know. I saw some weird incidents, so it's not ruled it out, but looks like 4 and 5 are in the pit lane. I wonder though, assuming you've practiced, how does a 5-car hypercar field still have the capacity to take each other out of it all themselves? It's curious. I mean, we saw 3 go out in the first corner, so I guess it is that easy. Still, like I say, I've got a really good fight on my hands here. And my gut says that P2 is going to hone in on P1. Could make it interesting. I think the Chevy might have just boxed, or... Yeah, I think they might be changing their plan. What's up, Nunez? Great to see you, dude. How are you? Oh, minus a self-spin, we would have still been fighting for second here. I think P2 and P1 coming into the same bit of track is probably good news for me. Especially if they decide they both desperately want to be in front. But I've got a long way to go to catch them. And that includes getting the pit stop right, which I somehow underfueled last time, so I need to not do that. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, dude. I'm really at home in LMU. I'm so happy driving it. It's lovely. It's kind of like the series I like in real life. Now that the real life series has such a good, strong grid. The handling is nice. It's challenging. I love making films in it, but the UI is not working for me at the moment, so I can't. Basically, like, all the camera tool overlays don't appear for me, and I need to dig into the game and find out whether that's a me problem. It's a bug. How they look in 12 and 15. They are getting closer. And all the while, for all I know, their tires are on the downfall. My front right is starting to accelerate wear, but it's not as exaggerated. We'll see. It just feels right, I agree. 2 weeks running now, I tried to get back into ACC as part of QRT's league, and I can't get it to just feel right. Me and the physics there, I'm just not quite, can't settle. And if I can't have fun with it, it kind of puts me off. Like, I only want to be competitive if I'm having fun at the same time. But yeah. This is lovely to drive though. The Porsche is a bit tricky. Wow. I mean, that wasn't the Porsche's fault. But... Oh, here they come. Here they come. And if they're battling, that means they're going to be angsty to overtake. So, I have to stay on my line as a lapped car when it's multi-class. It's not about letting people go, because they're in a different race to me. I just have to not defend. That's kind of the mentality, so I have every right to turn into the corner I'm facing, but I need to keep an eye out for the overtake and not shut the door. So there's a real balance. Right, I'm going to stay right because I think they're going to want the inside here. They could have gone around the outside, but I've seen that done before, and there's too much chance of a hypercar. Oh, you see, that's what I don't want to be involved in. But if they could kind of start doing that around the leaders, yes, please. Okay, Warrior, can't say his name. Warrior is nearly onto the leader. So I think he would have got me eventually, unless my pace turned into like Miracle Man. They are so close now. So the perfect storm that I could get to go in my favor is they get close enough to fight, and at the same time these hypercars are fighting around them, because then everybody's priority is their own battle. And it's kind of the most likely time that silly mistakes happen. Other than that, I just got to get my lap times in gear. I'm doing 18s on the mediums, which is much better than I was the race before. I'm a second quicker overall. And the softs, I should be back in the 17s. Depending how hard I want to push. I agree, Hanunez, like the sliding is there. But I feel like the sliding is kind of part of the dynamic that you can work with. And in fact, if I want to get faster, I probably have to start getting on the edge of sliding more. Whereas I used to find sliding this car, say an ACC, would be dead. And that would be the breaking point. Just could never quite dial it in. I saw people do amazing things, you know, it just didn't suit me. And I don't think I've got the drive to go back and get good at that again, because I find between this and iRacing, I can kind of get a similar confidence level up. Speaking of, I tried IndyCar the other day for the first time in iRacing. Oh, come on, I missed a downshift there. I think I tried to downshift too early. But I didn't actually lose much time doing it. Okay, looks like they're clear. No gifts yet. Sadly, the hypercar field has all died, so the complications of multi-class are not as strong here. Yeah, free airtime. That means just do good laps. Don't kill the tires. I'm gonna get pinged for that, but you know, who cares? 15 laps of fuel left. That's 30 something minutes. Be like 35 minutes. Now it's more like head down and do my thing. Question is, have I saved enough tires that I can start to drive at a pace? Fuel will be lighter, which will put less strain on them, but I don't think it's quite time to unleash yet. Not even any traffic to deal with because there's only 3 of them left. I can't wait to show you one of these though, guys, when it's a full field. You really notice the difference. Although I do think a more restricted start process would improve these events tenfold, which I know is part of the plans ahead. I just really think that's going to change it. Every race I do, multi-class, somebody's fallen asleep at the wheel. You end up like we did, where we're having to play catch-up before the start line even. All right, a second between the lead two cars. It's happening. Just got no idea, like, how they're tracking. Like, are they this fast and good on tires? Are they about to destroy each other? Half a second. Battle is on. Just kind of fascinating. Oh, the starts, I think it's the thing that even, honestly, even the people who look after the game and develop the game know that as well. I think the player base kind of brought that problem out very quickly. And the irony is, that's a terrible exit, it wouldn't really be a problem if everyone just paid attention and learned how to start, but you just can't guarantee that. So sadly, the system kind of punishes people who kind of can't help but be screwed by it. You know, it just needs that reevaluation, which I think is coming. From everything I've read, that's just one of those things that will arrive. You just got to be patient. There's quite big news as well that the Coach Dave setups are going to be appearing like within the game at a certain point, within the sim. You don't like the saying game. Which I used to love using those in ACC when I could. I remember buying the Ferrari ones. That's going to be really interesting too, because if they open up setups to the player base, give everyone a shot at a good set, that'll actually make these events even better, because you'll be able to get the most out of the car. If you're like me and you don't really know which setup changes are right, I'd have to do hours of testing to understand the setup properly. By the way, the Porsche has taken the lead. I don't know if there's been a scuffle. Don't shift. I don't know if there's been a scuffle, but well and truly in the lead. Or Wilmus is just no tyres left. I think we'll know depending on whether I start breaking the gap or not. I'm getting looser, as you can see. I'm going to have to be very careful on that front. Another thing I can try and do is box a touch earlier than those guys. And get like a mad undercut on the soft tyre, but it's a bit too soon to say. Do you use the Delta app? Nice. I'd love to get properly set up with the coach stuff. It's like the biggest gap in my sim racing, like, progress. I can drive up to a certain pace based off pure, like, trial and error and improvement, but I think there comes a point where you either need a second point of view to tell you what you're doing, or something like that, where you can actually see exactly what you're doing and when, and like identify like bad habits almost. Because I think bad habits probably stop me getting, for example, to the top pace of this lobby. Yeah, I'll consider that actually. I know that's not for LMU right now, but I'm sure it will, by offering setups in the game, there will be other layers to it for those who would want to spend some dollars. It'd be strange business sense if there wasn't. Of course, they do have iRacing. I've never tested their stuff in iRacing. I've always kind of, oops, there's a cut. Kind of always liked Coach Dave's side of things. I've kind of followed Pharrell's driving since before that, so I've kind of just always had it in a good place in my brain. But I think it's really good to see it come through. I just gotta rebuild the stream, guys. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm really hoping that staying and enjoying this sim will come through good when you see more and more updates and content. I'm sort of hopeful. Because honestly, this sim, when it's at high popularity as well, it's really exciting. I think the next few months will be very, very interesting. Because, like, you know, I don't care if people want to like or hate on whatever platform. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to change whether I drive it. But I do want the player base to thrive, you know? That's good for everyone. Wait, really? Yeah, okay. I think tires are cooked. So I think, here's my prediction. P1 Porsche will probably have that pace to the end of the race and will be nearly impossible to catch because of my mistake. Ferrari, I think, has done his tyres. And then whatever happened to exchange the lead made that worse. And he's having to pit, which might mean he has to do a damage repair. Maybe. That's speculation, but the other option is he actually fueled 50-50, right? So he started light, drove away, because we're at the halfway stage, roughly. But then his tyres won't be anywhere near as good by the end of the race, either way. So I think we can consider we're in the fight for P2 now. Oh, he's not in the pit. Sorry, it's the wrong car. Shut up, Frank. Oh, did Vulcan nearly go live? He went live yesterday, didn't he? I said hello briefly. But I know iRacing is a bit of a beast at the moment for streaming. Plus, I meant to say to him, OBS has got worse as well. So half his problems might actually be OBS not behaving. It got very greedy recently. I had to take everything out of my OBS to make it behave. So if he's still suffering on that front, that might help him. Ah, you're gonna kill me then. That is a shocking move, my friends. You're the leader. Ain't worth dying over that. Good job I had half a mind to avoid him there. So it's very tricky. The closing speed is super high. That is very, very natural for a hypercar to think he's got all the time in the world to make the overtake. But a good hypercar... Oh, he said sorry. It's all good. It's all good. But I think in that case, didn't realise how quickly the gap would close because I can't miss the corner entirely. So. I think that was just a genuine error, though. You just have to not assume traffic will make the space. That tends to be the beginning of the end. But credit to them, they didn't wash wide when they made the move. That's even worse. Someone's alongside and then they just don't make their own apex. That's actually far worse. Oi, oi, oi. Tighten the slide. Okay. Beautiful. Front right is at 69. Optimal. Now, if I can sort of find a push mode now, without destroying my car, I think we can start to make ground on Wilmus while we have the chance. I was very mistaken. He is not in the pits. He is fighting on. That's good to know, Nunez, about the Delta stuff, though. It all came out at a time that I'd stopped racing regular, so... It's actually insane how much happened in sim racing at a time during like the year or so that I stopped for a while. I missed a huge wave of stuff. It was basically like LFM came around and went huge as well. That was the tail end of me racing a lot. Okay, I'm holding pace to Wilmers. I'm not catching yet. I think we can forget about P1 for the moment. Whatever they're doing with the Porsche, it's working. I think with a good lap or two, yeah, we can start to catch. I'm too shy turning in there. That's costing me, but I just don't want to spin. I think we can put the pressure on the guy ahead. Don't lock up, though. Don't lock up. Right, 9 laps left. Right, let's probably set up this pit strat before it gets complicated. What I don't know, and I don't know if anyone can remind me or not, depending who's here, is that number a fuel level, including what I have, or is that a fuel addition on top of what I have? Because if it's fuel level... Oh, it's starting to get loose. I had to just stop. Oh, wow. Where's the car gone? That's shocking. That would explain why I short-fueled last race. That number is actually a total fuel in the car number. I'm not sure how to read it. I think that could be clearer. Because it would make sense why I short-fueled, because then I'd have pitted early, still had like 10 litres in the car, and then come out 10 litres short. I don't know if that makes any sense, whether that just sounds like rambling, but... Right, shocking lap, we're going to lose time. But even with a shocking lap, we didn't lose a lot. I'm going to probably hit as late as I can, because I just don't know what the fuel situation is. No idea. Oh, he's pit. Interesting. Yeah, right on. Right. If he puts softs on now, he will make certain gains while I'm still out here doing my thing. So I've got like two choices. I could box in response and be like, no you don't. Let's say it comes out on soft tyres and is a lot quicker. Or I can just run my stint and then have much fresher tyres towards the end. The reason I'm unwilling to pit right now is I literally don't know the fuel situation. I have no idea if that number represents total fuel or added fuel. So yeah. pace needs to improve right now. Yeah, I'm going to do that as well, just because I don't want to... if I have to fuel save, it ruins the last thing. Any advantage is gone. It's the yellow. Don't think it's anyone heavily involved in my race. Leader looks like they're still healthy. Right, Wilmus is only 42, 43 seconds behind. We can probably learn something right now. So in a lap, his tyres will warm up. And if he stays there on the Delta, we can tell if we're losing time. My ideal is to keep the gap similar so that I have the strongest tyres and then I just get to attack. It's going to be tough though. Still got 7 laps. Oh, those two are together on track. That could really hold them up, yeah. That could really hold them up, because Saki can defend. If he still owes a pit stop, it's a little bit pointless. Like, it's up to them. There you go, he's got past. That still might help me though. That could be a big help. That's another reason not to pit then right now. Because I would literally have the same issue. I could end up fighting with the wrong guy. Also bear in mind, we almost would have had to take more fuel, which is more pit stop time. He may have not changed tyres, which I'll be stunned. I'll be absolutely stunned if he didn't. But if he hasn't, we'll have a massive catch-up game to play. I'm just having to manage the sliding now. Any bad input is a slide in these tyres. I dab the brakes, I'm sliding, you know, I've got to be way more careful. Okay, there's virtually no hypercars left, so the risk of traffic is quite low at the moment. Oh, God, it's so snaky now. So if he is on new tyres, I'm doing the most I can. I'm like damage limitation right now. The odds of like actually outpacing him are quite low. Still got 6 laps. But my front right is starting to give up. Just to double check in chat, there's no one out there that knows about the fuel level, the pit strat. My question is, does it fuel to that number, including what's in my car, or does it add that fuel? Because yeah, this car is starting to suffer, and it just lets me know if I have a shot of pitting or not. Frustratingly, I could have tested this, but I did 0 testing today. Oh well, we'll just run the strat. think I will know if I put this amount of fuel in and I have lots of fuel to finish, I'll know that I'll have my question answered. The level that you need. Yeah. So my mistake last race was setting it to the level that I want to add, and that would have caused low fuel, wouldn't it? Let's say I know I need to put 35 in, but I need 39 to finish. My pit crew just leveled it up to 35. How you doing, Troller? Oh, our next bicycle video. Hey, I went to a velodrome at the weekend in Wales. If I'd taken my camera, you would have had one. I actually felt really rough that weekend, so I didn't survive very long, but I did an hour. It was good. See, he's catching me like crazy now, which is why I don't want to stay out. He might be making enough time that I don't have a fight back on him here. Yeah. Okay, how many laps? 12. If I could box early, I could put a few extra litres in and do damage limitation. Or I've got to drive better. I've got to drive more within the car, keep the speed up. It's fun, but it's really nerve-wracking. Because you have to trust that the bike will stick to the banking, but your body instincts just make you think you're going to slide down. This car is... I think it's worth me pitting. I think this car is starting to hurt. Just not driving it in a way that's going to stay quick. I'm literally bottling time here. It might be... no, you rent a track bike. You rent a track bike for it. I think it might be worth... yeah, not losing more time. I've just got to calculate. So let's say 12 laps. It's 48 litres. Ignore the predicted laps. That never quite tells you the right story. So... oh! I didn't request pit stop last time. Bet you that cost me as well. Right, damage limitation time. Let's gamble. I think I just got away with that. Right, soft tires, 48 litres. Let's see. Right. I'd rather know the damage early and get to play chase than just be a sitting duck. Because I think he's going to get me here. Here we go. So he's gone. He's at the hairpin. He's definitely passed us, but I think he'll have gained about 3 seconds. Because I've still got to do cold tyres here. I think you'll find it's about 11 seconds when it shakes out. If it's less, I'm happy. Oh, bad time for traffic though. Why would... Stop assuming that I'm going to butcher my race to let you buy. It doesn't work like that. Please. You have to assume that a GT car is going to stay on its line. It would be unpredictable if I just held the inside there, because... anyway. That's what it is. Oh yeah, you're right. I think that pit stop was crucial. I have grip now. Just need to be patient and let the tyres wake up first. We've still got 20 minutes to run these tyres. That's the rate that they get battered. Like, that's still a fair way to go. Right, I'm not getting fuel save lights in the car. That's a good sign. I probably overfueled. That's not the biggest drama right now. Like you say, we didn't lose that position. If we'd lost to the car behind, look how much time we'd gained on them. That would have been race over. But he got a 3-second undercut on me on those tyres. Plus my... Honestly, that was mostly down to my bad laps as well. So now we get to go play catch up. Did the leader pit as well? They're not that far ahead, so I assume we blinked at the same time. Right, it's all about second now. Okay, for perspective, I am 4/10 up on one corner. That's how much more grip is now in the car. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And that's why hanging on too long probably wasn't the strat. And the fuel is looking good, I'm pleased to say. I don't think I need to stress about saving fuel. Give it another lap before I start. Really pushing. I don't want to slide too soon. I think what would have made this race more dynamic is a full hypercar field though. Yeah, I think I'm going to overfuel too. That's a product of screwing up last time that I absolutely can't bear to go through that again. On the plus side, that allows me to focus purely on what's in front of me, which is good. I think we've got a slim chance here of a fight at the end. Look at the gap we've put on the car behind. Imagine if we got stuck for a couple of laps. What I've got to hope is that Wilmus doesn't have that electric pace he had at the start. Either for damage, or maybe we don't know what he chose to do in the pits. Like, I'm going to say he's put softs on because we're running at a similar pace. We won't know for a bit. Right, I'm in the 17s. Let's go. Yeah, he's holding me at 9 seconds, so I'm pretty confident he's also on softs. Leader's not getting away either, though. And no excuses really now. I've just got to try and put good laps. That's a bit better. I don't know. GT7 might just have a field of view that's a lot more exaggerated, possibly. Nice. Go, go, go. Beautiful. That's what we need. Cleaner than clean. I need to lift them away. Didn't even need to lift a bit. I don't want to be collecting another car right now. Down to 8. Let's go. Let's go hunting. Yeah, if I set this to more of a Gran Turismo field of view, you'd probably get a bit more sensation speed. It does look slow based on the perception, especially as I run at a fairly narrow one. I do that because the car then sort of rotates at speeds visually that matches what my brain wants to happen. Remind me at some point, I'll change it and show you. I'm not going to do it mid-race because you know I'll hit the wrong button. I'll do it on the parade lap or something, assuming we don't rush out beforehand. Yeah, I know what you mean. Plus, yeah, I guess the perception of speed, as Barry's saying, like, does change the amount of reaction time. So if I set a super speedy looking view, I wouldn't get any sensation of rotation. That's the trade-off. Whereas I guess Gran Turismo is probably designed for work because it's fixed. It's more built into work with that rotation amount. I don't know. Because it does work in Gran Turismo. I get what you mean. I actually made mine a touch wider, which would be quicker recently because I just wasn't seeing enough of what was around me on a single. I mean, if I had triples, you'd have all of that, but I don't. I don't have the PC to run triples either. I have pretty good awareness generally of cars around me, but it does help for when things start to get a bit out of control. Alright, back to it, come on. This hasn't been my best lap. We're catching, but we need to keep that momentum up, otherwise we're going to run out of laps. Because I'm almost at 1 second per lap catching rate. That's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. Although he's just lost some time, so who knows? Maybe bad traffic? If we can keep him very aware that we're catching though, try and hunt for mistakes. Come on, nearly 6. Even if we don't get to fight for second, which I think we might, I want this driver to be fully aware that it could happen and be sweating out of their minds trying to keep it and get into their head a bit. Leader's only going to come back to us if they have an off. I'm not going to worry about them. It does show without a spin and with a bit more pace where we could be in the race though, so that's still encouraging. We were ahead of that car at one point. The sooner we get within a couple of seconds, the more the pressure piles on. It's literally his to lose now. Unless I spin again. And then everyone can relax. Oh, I got a weird feedback spike then. I don't know if it visually looked like a spike. Sometimes that happens when people leave the lobby and stuff. It's a bit weird, but not had that in a long time. Oh, I'm very lucky that didn't put me off the track because that was rough. Yeah, that was rough. I think that was in game. Is it? My wheel went super heavy for a split second. Yeah. Sorry for the lag, but I genuinely think that was an in-game spike that time. Because even if I have CPU issues, it doesn't change what happens in my wheel. Whereas that was like a snap. Right, that's a 5. And we're not burning these tires up like crazy doing it. So that should mean I'm not falling off right at the end of the race. Yeah. It's going to get a bit slippery in a few laps though. What a race though. It's a great format this. I think this deserves full attendance lobbies, like 10 cars in all classes or whatever. Because believe me, it's so spicy when every 2 or 3 corners you've got your eyes in the mirror. It really shakes the field up too. Because then it becomes like a game of like time lost, time gained. Okay, no worries. As long as we're still going. I know the middle of the track is where I kept setting purple. Oh, is that a slight mistake? Nothing dramatic. So that's where I need to keep the pressure on. I've got to get a second every 2 minutes. It's not an easy job, but it's kind of exciting. All we need is Saki at the back to hold up the leader badly in traffic, which would be a shocking thing to do. That's literally our only way back on them. 8 actor time. I'm seeing a lot of dust kicking up. They're pushing. At this rate, it's going to be like last lap. And if I'm not with him by the last lap, that might be my chance gone. Like, I need maybe a lap or 2 ahead of myself if we're also going to overtake. I'm just trying to hold back there and not spin up the rears. Very easy to do. Look at that! What a lock up! Yes. Keep it up, buddy. What a chase. Boys didn't lag? Yeah, that was definitely a game freeze then. If it's my CPU, everything will go a bit to crap, so. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you staying with me in this one. I'm really excited for this finish. I don't quite have the time, but we've just got to keep going. And make them make the first mistake. What we don't know is if he fueled correctly either. If he has to save an ounce of fuel, that's really going to limit them at the end of the race. The amount of laps is controlled by the lead class, so it's a bit out of our hands in that respect. Rough prediction, where the leader is now, they've got a long way to go around before they catch us, so we might get almost like an extra lap, as long as he doesn't catch us one more time. I don't think he will. There's no time left. Down to 4. Alright, it's go time. There's not much left to save now. We're now getting to the point it's either go or forever wish we did. We need that extra lap, and I think we're going to get it. I think we're going to get it. Because we have to do the lap that that car does. If it gets ahead of us, we don't. We just finish when he does. If I had a good chicane braking point... Oh, my car's just not strong there. I'm sure if I was going to tweak the setup, I'd make it better in the low speed. That's where all my confidence dies. There's one spin now and the chase is over anyway. We need to get to 3. If we stay on target, we'll have 1 lap to pressure them. If we catch them, we'll literally have the final lap to work with, the way this is going. I've lost time here, though. Come on. This is important. This sector is a big one. I didn't get the downshift. That nearly killed me then. Stuck in 3rd, and then the downshift nearly spun me. That was a big overcorrection there. Also bad news for tyres, so... Let's do that twice. It may be I'm just getting to that critical point where the tyres don't want to play anymore. But I mean, there's literally nothing to lose behind us. There's traffic arriving. Timing of this traffic's really important. Two more apexes and we are golden. I think we're going to make it. I think we're going to make it. Yes. Getting overtaken here is a massive downer. This hypercar's not moving that quick. And now we hope that he catches him at one of the apexes. This could literally change the race. Okay, no, it's not happening. Fair play to the hypercar. Oh. Well, that was non-event. That's disappointing. Still, it didn't cost us. Nothing more heartbreaking than getting slowed down by, which we didn't, but getting slowed down by a car in that situation. And then watching the car pit. Running out of time. I think the leader's far enough away though. I think the rest of my lap time to get quicker is being way more critical on the brakes. I know there's a bit of time in that. I just don't want to lock the car up and spin. Push, push, push. Right, we're in sight now. And we've got traffic coming up of our own. It would be a shame for that car to influence this race, though. I don't think it would be a cool ending to get slowed down, but we just gotta hope that driver's got their eyes in their mirrors. It's gonna be a very sad story if we get taken out by an uninvolved car. We've got more than a minute to the cars behind, so there's literally nothing but a fight for second to worry about. Who's in the pit? Damn. I was hoping that was a leader then. Okay, he's got his eyes on traffic now. Tires are squealing. Two seconds, 2 minutes. That's why we need the extra lap. Yeah, catch him now while he's having to think. And then I'm going to do it clean as well. I can't just push this guy aside, so it's going to be a challenge.
What's up, Frankie?
I think that's Devold or DeWald. Thank you. Thanks for the follow. I'm speed reading. Oh, focus. Focus. Don't blow the engine. I'm an idiot. Oh, oh, this could get a little tricky. He's trying to let us go. Oh, that's a bit of a nightmare there. My mistake. No one else's fault, but I was very hard watching that car. I think it's even now. I think we've still got a chance. Bless that guy though, he didn't run wide and split us up, so I think he did what he could. We're still in this fight. I nearly binned it though, let's be honest. That was close. If we don't get the overtake, it's probably down to me screwing that up right there. I could have made another half second easy on him then. Come on. Just shows though, you don't need a full grid to get a good race. You just need a good matchmaking system. Right. I think this next lap might be the last one because I cannot see the hypercar getting round in time to start another lap. So I'm one lap shy of ideal, but we'll work with it. We should get this extra lap, I'm sure. I just don't know if I'm close enough. It's literally this half a second is pretty critical. Oh, he's going deep though. Oh, I'm running out of time. I'll get pinged for that, but I've got to risk it at this point. Yeah, the hypercar means we get this lap. That's why it's critical to know what the race leader's doing. It's essential for this. If I hadn't been scared of fuel loads as well, I'd have probably got it perfect and maybe been close enough to fight. A lot of things that might have added up. Come on. One mistake. I'm trying to just slightly early brake to guarantee my exits. Here we go. I doesn't want to turn in. You brake very early there. That's an opportunity. Just don't have the run. What a fight this is, though. He's trying to break the toe. No, you don't. I've got to go somewhere at the bus stop. I just don't know where. Oh my god, final lap, final corner. Your call, sir. Oh, it's not enough. If I was a little bit more aggressive and got alongside there, that would have been position. Oh, what a race. I told you one lap would be crucial. I can't ask for more than that. If it wasn't for my own little mistakes, I think we had it. I do think we had it. What a fight, though. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the enthusiasm. Let's have a look at that on the camera. What a freaking sim, though, to achieve this. He did like a 16. All this relies on is me having more confidence in the car, by the way. Because he raced so clean. Hey, Lee. Thanks, Barry. It was so close. If I had the confidence to steer it around the outside, he left the space for me to just about get away with it, look. You see how he didn't cut me off? That's really good racing. But I think he earned it. I think he drove well enough. Oh. That was like a workout by the end. I was so relaxed at the start. YouTube side, was the stream okay? Like, was it smooth? Was it okay to watch quality-wise? I changed some settings so that you get a faster, like less latency between me streaming and you watching. I'm just curious if that worked okay for you guys watching over there. If so, I'll leave it like that because it should mean your chat is more in time with me. Losing with the bits. Our crew chief today.
Oh, crap.
Thank you, buddy. Oh, I love seeing bits once in a while. Right. We'll exit. Let's go and see how we did. Good quality stream. Yes. Thank you. We didn't break it. Fantastic. Okay, so at the weekend, there's a 2-hour equivalent of this, which should be a full grid and probably 3 classes, not 2 full classes. I could do it tomorrow, but I'd either have to do it early or late in the day because the real bar race is on in the daytime, and I don't know about you guys, but I just want to spend time watching that as well. We'll see. We'll see. But it is on Sunday as well. If I did it tomorrow, it would have to be at 7:15 onwards, which I did say I might entertain the Eurovision with Ace. So I'm not sure about that one. I feel like that's me being a bad boyfriend. You've been waiting for all week. I know, mate. You haven't shut up about it, to be honest. It's become unbearable. IMSA at Laguna Seca this weekend. I have that race on Monday, by the way, in a community league. Look at that driver rank, guys. If we got second, we would be a silver driver right now. I love that it had to point out that I lost a position somehow. Wait. Yeah, whatever. Ain't talking me down after that. Look at that. We nearly ticked off. Thanks again for the follows today, by the way. We nearly ticked it off. Also, guys, 2 away from 150 on YouTube, which I'm building a subspace through making cinematics mainly. But I do put the live feeds up there. If you enjoy this stuff and fancy tagging a sub onto my YouTube, my goal is to get to at least 500 this year, but I'm trying to do it in steps. 1,000 is like the lofty goal. Oh man, what a race. That was really, really good. There's a hyper sprint about to start, but I'm probably not in the zone for a hyper. There is a Monza multi-class though. I want to sweat for another 30 minutes. Have a look at that. Oh, thanks, Troller. To be honest, I'm not sure who already is and isn't. I don't talk about it too. Yeah, you're helping me build that channel up, and I do stream over there as well. So, if anyone's catching up on streams, they're all up there. 32-minute race. But you see, at the moment, there's like 5 cars in there. So, there you go. There you go. I'm gonna assume that's one of you two. Thank you. Or both. If it's both of you, then wait, my goal. I'm a melon. Guys. I turned everything off to fix OBS. I don't know how long that takes to update, but yeah. So everyone out there, we should maybe raid. Thank you very much, Charles. It's not pronounced like that, though, is it? Like I'm English butchering it. Who have you got live? Because I think I'm gonna go break off, eat some food. Feel human again. That was a really good race. If you missed that, the last 30 minutes, 20 minutes is a really good, in my opinion anyway, really good build up to the end of that race. All right, Bailey's live. Let's go to Bailey.
With the Isotta being at 1060, the Peugeot 1065 and Toyota 1064.
Right, we're going to raid in. Yeah, I think I could pronounce it better with a bit of thought, but this guy's really enjoyable. I watch him a lot when I'm not racing and I want to see what kind of racing is going on. He's actually doing a watch along of the WEC quali, so I'm going to go see if I can watch that or not. But yeah, thank you so much for the support on both channels, guys. I do really appreciate it. I've had some shocking races lately, and it really disappoints me when I stream them and they're that bad. So to get a good one like that, it's more what I'm here for. So I do appreciate it. Thank you. I just need to know where that raid is. One second. So yeah, send some love to Steve. He's yeah, really, really nice dude. He supports this channel a lot as well, so I'm always grateful for him. So that's my stream. Right, there's the raid in 9 seconds. There you go. Stick with me. You're my lucky charm then. So, you know, now you're forced to be at every one. Right? Thank you for the support and follows the bits. Thanks for helping me towards my YouTube goal. There it is, before I go. Time to raid. You've helped me to the 150 today, I think. So when that updates, I think it's new goal. Oh. Bye.